Good food, good people, and great conversation. We invited 4 fascinating strangers from different neighborhoods to sit down and eat a meal together in hopes of sharing stories and creating new friendships.
Who do you like film for?
The whole last year and a half I've been with Beyonce and Jay-Z.
I really want to push dancers and encourage them to believe in themselves. Start putting out your own dance videos, your own content. You be the star.
The past 6 months I've been working on this sculpture.
Wow.
This is insane.
And when I came here, not knowing my Vine blew up, and like I got noticed. Yeah, you look from the video, I was like, oh, it got that many likes. Oh my God.
Join the conversation and comment below. This is Potluck.
Okay, so I think I'm supposed to read this. It says, welcome to Potluck. You have been invited to break bread with 4 strangers with the hopes of leaving this table as friends. Bon appetit.
Well, I'm Denzel. Hello.
What's up, Denzel?
Hi. I brought jollof rice, which is a West African dish because I'm West African. I'm from Ghana, so it's just rice with fried plantains.
I'm Samantha Long, and I brought homemade cookie dough and cookies. This is a family recipe that I've been making since I was like, I could barely walk, pretty much. So I hope you like this little dessert.
Mad cookie dough.
It's a lot of cookie dough.
I brought another dessert, donuts. It's my birthday today, so
Oh, happy birthday, Gemini season.
made it. Yeah, that's right. My grandpa gave me a donut really early when I was a kid, like too early, I think, and he died when I was young. So I've just been obsessed with donuts. That's like my connection to him. So now I'm piling them on you guys.
Very nice. I also have a grandparent-related dish, meatballs and some mozzarella and stuff. This is something my grandma would always cook for us on Sundays, and we'd go to her house. She'd always have just a big pot of sauce and meatballs, and so this is my homage to her.
Well, I'm like, what do I even?
You said you're from West Africa.
I'm from Ghana.
When'd you move here?
Oh no, okay, my parents are from Ghana, but I swear I am, but I'm not, but I'm actually from here.
Born where? In LA?
No, I was born in New York. I'm from the Bronx.
There you
But I
go.
was born in Queens. Yeah.
Nice.
So that's pretty much it.
I was Brooklyn.
Oh,
were in Brooklyn?
For
Yeah.
real? Oh, okay.
I moved
Neighbors,
here
right?
a year a month ago.
Oh my God. Oh wait, that's so new.
Yeah, so I know nothing about it.
Yeah, I was like, wait, you showed me, okay, 4 years, 5 years, okay.
So what do you do?
Oh, me? Oh, okay, I'm an actor and a YouTuber, and like, I dabble in fashion here and there, and I own my own clothing line.
There we go.
So that's pretty
Very
much
nice.
it. Yeah. What do you do? What do you guys do?
I am a professional dancer, choreographer.
We love that.
And then I have my own brand of Threat, which is like a dance studio, a dance clothing line, and my artist development. So that's what I'm up to. What about you guys?
I'm Ben. I'm like a director, videographer, photographer. But I have a creative collective called Black Window Cream that I started. It's like a educational space for creators that try to give them like a home to go to create content. From
Oh, cool.
top tier talent.
It's like kind of like a YouTube space a little bit.
It's like a podcast and like a private group on Facebook that we started. So it's like a cool little community where everyone's just like sharing around a bunch of ideas and trying to pump each other up and help each other out and stuff. But we are trying to get more into YouTube. So
Yeah,
pick your
it's
brain.
great.
Brain on that. What do you do?
I'm a stay-at-home dad, and sometimes I make art and animations and
Art and animations?
yeah, sculptures,
Oh, nice.
paintings, and I also like direct commercials and just all sorts of animation stuff.
Yeah.
So what kind of exact like animation do you do?
I do like stop motion stuff and
Okay.
3D, 2D animation, live action stuff, and
Oh wow.
yeah, a bunch of silly things.
Did you have to go to school for
Yeah, I
that?
was gonna say when.
I went to school for like motion graphics, and then kind of just started doing more like sculptural work outside of school, and yeah.
Oh wow, that's a lot. Do you need codes for that?
No, there are codes involved with 3D animation,
Okay, yeah,
but
that's what I thought. Okay.
I don't really dabble too much in it. No.
Okay, yeah, because coding is just too much for me. I
Yeah.
just cannot just like nah.
What do you code?
No, I don't code anything. I don't code. No, it's just like the shows I watch. You know. what I
Okay.
mean?
How'd you get into YouTube?
First, I used to make like funny pictures on Instagram when Instagram didn't have videos, and then in 2014, I hopped onto Vine. And I just hopped onto Vine because I know I'm funny, but I wanted to see if it could transpire online. So I just made like a video. It was like a 6-second video, and then I got off the app. I just made it just to make it, and then I had an Android at the time, so I didn't have like any space. So like that was the app I used less. So then pretty much basically, I got my first check because I used to work at the YMCA, and I was like, I want to go to Los Angeles for the first time. So I went for like 24 hours or whatever. And when I came here, not knowing, my Vine blew up, and like I got noticed. So I was like, oh, okay, it's time to go back home.
Wait,
and
what? You didn't know that?
I didn't know because like the Vine, like my app deleted. Like I deleted my app because I had no space on my phone, and I just went to California. I didn't know anyone, but I'm spontaneous like that. Like I like to take trips by myself.
Right.
So I just came here for like 24 hours, and then like City Walk, they used to do like free shows. I was sitting here, someone was like, oh my God, can I take pictures? I was like, me? Like, yeah, you're the kid from the video. I was like, okay. And then I was like, oh, it got that many likes? Oh my God. So then after that, I just kept it going. And then I just went on YouTube in 2016. That's just how I started social media.
That's dope.
Yeah, but YouTube took me a long time because I'm the type of person, like, I just like to record and just that's it. I hate editing. The lights and stuff is like very like new to me, but it's cool though. I like it.
You just want to do the artistic stuff rather than like all the editing
and stuff like that. Because first, I still edit on iMovie. I'm not a Final Cut person. Like it's still like rocket science to me.
Right.
But yeah, that's it. I'm just more of a creative.
Ben, I know you do a lot of editing and you're a pro. So who do you like film for?
The whole last year and a half, I've been with Beyonce and Jay-Z for like since Coachella. So I've been doing that with B for Coachella, and that film just came out. I'm sure you guys.
The Homecoming one?
Yeah, Homecoming.
Oh, so you shot that one?
Shot a lot of it.
Wow.
Oh wow, we love that.
It was pretty fun. Yeah.
Epic.
Yeah, and then we went on tour for 6 months for the OTR2 tour. Yeah, so
I went to that tour too. It was everything. Oh my God, it was.
Which one?
My God. I went to the one in LA, the one that was at the Rose Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
It was very, for real, that's crazy. It was very last minute. Like I bought the tickets the day of. I was like, let me just go see Beyonce again. Okay, I've seen her so many times, but like I was just happy to be a part of Coachella. Like that's it.
Right.
Like the Coachella experience, like I was so close. Like the thing that just really took like it was the Destiny's Child's part. I was like, if she brings out Destiny's Child, like that's it.
I remember like right before they came up, I was like just because I had to basically they come out of the ground, and then I'm the camera. My camera would live stream out, and then was also filming for like the film. And so I was on the runway waiting for them to like walk out to me and then run down the. So I like shot them coming, but I was just watching people, watching the middle of the stage, waiting to see like what it was, and then all of a sudden Destiny's Child, and people just like are crying and screaming. It's like the wildest thing to like. I knew it was coming. No one knew. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's been cool. I'm from Iowa originally, so I couldn't learn any of this stuff that I was learning now. Back then, you know, it was like really a struggle to try to like find resources and stuff. So as I started working with like Schoolboy Q, Kendrick Lamar, I started building up like my audience, and I was like, oh cool, these are all like film nerds like me. They want to learn how to make videos and take photos, and let's put them in a space and see what happens. So it's been kind of like my mission is just helping creators.
This is a random question, but when you're on stage and you're like filming, do you ever get nervous that you're gonna like trip or something? And you're gonna, because you have like a lot of equipment, right?
Yeah.
But like if I was working for Beyonce after a video, I'm like, oh my God, what do I do? Like, what do I touch? Like, what is happening? This is Beyonce.
I posted this video. It was like there's a shot where Beyonce and like all the dancers are like twerking on the stage, and I'm on the top of the pyramid, and my camera is me coming down the middle of these stairs. But the stairs were like, so the stairs have hydraulics that would come up. So like when she walks down it, it's like normal stairs. When I walk down it, it's like big bleachers that have this massive gap because those had to go down for like the other dancers. So I had to like take this, 40, 50 pound rig and like walk down these big stairs towards B, and B's like looking up at me and I'm shooting down, and then I like passed out and I killed the shot. But I put a video of like my angle, and then it shows like the reality from a fan's point of view, and you just see this dude just like running down the stairs. It was so terrifying. But I fell once, but it wasn't like on stage. It was like down in the pit. What is your like typical client base for the animation stuff that you're doing?
Sometimes I'll do stuff for like brands. A lot of the times it's like a cereal company, or we've done a lot of stuff for like Fruit Loops.
Oh, dope.
The past 6 months I've been working on this sculpture for my new show that's coming out. It's an art show at Corey Helford Gallery, June 29th.
Cool.
And yeah, I have a piece here. If you guys want to see, I'll
Yes.
bring it
Yeah.
out.
Yes.
Here it is, a giant skeleton.
Wow.
Oh, this is insane.
Thank you. And this little guy.
This is all clay?
Clay?
Yeah. Besides the flowers, it's all clay.
Yo, how long did this take to make?
This was about 6 months, or 5 to 6 months.
This is incredible.
Thank you.
Crazy.
I started it in December just as a skull, and I didn't really have a plan of where it was how it was gonna end. And about 2 weeks into sculpting it, my grandmother passed away. So it started to form something unconsciously, and then 3 weeks after that, my son was born. So, I mean, it's not a direct correlation, but I think it's hard to not take what's happening in your life and put it into your work.
Do you make a lot of stuff like this?
Yeah.
6 months to make one thing? That's like so much time.
I know, it's a long time. Sometimes one of them took 2 years to make, and when it gets sold, you know, all you have is a photo of it. So usually it's difficult. When you're doing a painting, it's, you know, you can make prints of it, but something that's three-dimensional, you have to take images from all different angles to really archive it. And
that is insane.
for this one of the reasons that it took so long was that I was doing stop motion of the process, so each intricate paint line was being shot frame by frame.
Do you have a representation, or how do you sell these?
I'll sell them through galleries.
Yeah.
So they'll get half of the money, and when it comes down to it, it's like, you know, something like this sells for $12,000. The gallery gets half, you get $6,000. Taxes $4,000. It takes 6 months. You're getting like $1 an hour.
No, you gotta go find that street where Leo lives on and just hold it out the window. Sounds like we gotta read something from here. It says, what is one misconception about your career? To any of you guys. I'll start with you.
I mean, probably sometimes people don't take me as seriously because, quote unquote, I'm an influencer.
Why not?
I don't know, because I just feel like it's now, like when I started doing it, it wasn't as easy, I feel like. When I started, it was like, okay, you actually like had to like be funny or do something to like get big. But now you just come on, you make like lip syncing videos and you just on, you're pretty, you're just on. You know, so that's pretty much it. People just don't take like YouTubers seriously just because. I feel like, I don't know, they just feel like for traditional people, they feel like it's a slap in their face because they have to work so hard. Whereas now people just post videos and get big. It's not our fault. Sorry.
I think for me, a big misconception about like the dance world is that dancers are background dancers. Thankfully for like social media, dancers now have a platform of being the star and being the main front. Like for me and my brand, I really want to push dancers and encourage them to, you know, believe in themselves and have that motivation to just do it on their own and not have to wait for anybody else. Start putting out your own dance videos, your own content, you be the star. A lot of people just think, oh, those are the background people, like, oh, whatever, we don't really treat them right. And also something about dance is that a lot of dancers are really mistreated on jobs. Like little things like auditions, they don't even give you any chairs. They'll make you wait outside in the hot sun for hours at a time. When it comes to actors or anything else of any other sorts, you're, you know, in a room at a certain time, in AC, you have a chair.
Air conditioning, yeah.
Exactly, and it's like all these things that, you know, you think are normal, and then dancers just tend to get mistreated. Right. So that's what I would say, you know.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like dancing is like getting bigger, way bigger. Because I just sit there, I just binge watch dance videos. Like I want to go to Millennium so bad, I need to take a dance class. But yeah, for sure, I so get what you're saying.
Are you for or against plastic surgery, and why?
I'm for it. I have a lot of it.
Yeah?
Yeah. I used to look very ugly, and now I look okay.
Yeah, me.
What did you have done?
My whole face redone.
Nah.
No. I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say, what?
Like,
Exactly
no.
what? I'm not against it. I don't really care. It's not my body, so I am all for like be who you want to be or whatever. If you want to change the way you want to look, change the way you want to look. Like people are always saying, it's good to be natural, but if someone's natural, they get called ugly, and then when someone does something else, they get called, oh my God, it's not real. So it's just do what you want to do. That's how I feel.
I'm big on just like embracing who you are and owning
exactly,
it.
yeah.
But like you said, it's like I'm not here to tell anybody else how they should feel, and if it makes them happy, do you. But I am also for the whole like stay natural and embrace you.
Same too. Because I remember like when I was heavy, I was like 400 pounds. I was like, you know what? If I ever just get like too big, I'm just gonna get a plastic surgery or whatever. Like I'm just gonna save money for it, just get it done. But it's like, it feels good to be like, okay, I lost this weight by myself without going under the table. You feel?
There's times where it's like medically necessary, where like you break your knee or something, you need to get surgery. But other than that, I don't know.
I saw something that ASAP Ferg posted something on his Instagram the other day about women. Like, he's like, yo, you don't need to do anything to your body, like all you are beautiful or something. I reposted it and some kid hit me and was like, yeah, but I'm just like the ugliest person in the world and you'll never understand. You can say this all day. And I'm like, what? Like, why are you doing that? Why are you putting that out there? Like, just be proud of yourself, like own it. Like,
They may have been.
They may have been, but it's at the same time they put the thought in their head, and that's what's frustrating about it. And everyone looks, we're so easy to like lean on a crutch. You know what I mean? So the crutch is like, oh, I can get this fixed, I just need money. And that's what sucks, is that people think that they're
What's one fashion trend you wish would just go away? Oh my God, this is so crazy. I picked this question. This is like what I talk about all the time. What fashion trend I'm just actually done? I'm just tired of the neon green, the lime green. That's just pretty much it. It's a nice color, but I feel like I just see it too many times.
Neon is really in right now. It's
been
everywhere.
in, and it's just like, can she go away?
The Crocs coming back, and like I don't really like that necessarily, but like I mean, I love the whole like 90s vibe. Like I'm obsessed with that, and I feel like there's some things that are coming back that I love about it, but there's some things that are just like it should stay in the 90s. But I can't really think of anything in particular. Can you?
Yo, I wear straight black every day. Like
You're like,
I just wear black and cream shirts every day.
Same.
Yeah.
I don't know
What about
anything.
Uggs? Uggs are pretty.
Uggs would be. I have
I haven't
Ugg
seen Uggs in
moccasins.
so long.
Oh, wait,
Ugg
no,
slippers
I've
I've had
seen
for
some Uggs.
years, and I'm obsessed. Like those are the warmest, comfiest.
I feel like slippers are okay, but you can't wear like the booted like Uggs with
especially
jeans.
in California. It's like, come on.
When did you realize you needed or wanted to move to LA last year? My girlfriend was out here. She moved out here first, and we were in New Jersey at the time. And I was working in New York, so I had to stay there for a bit. I moved out and thinking I was gonna go to apply to all these like Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon. And then I got here and I was like, you know what? I don't really want to apply anywhere, so I'm just gonna work on my own stuff. And ever since then, I've been sitting in my living room sculpting, and I like it here.
It's cool.
Yeah.
It's very different from the East Coast.
Totally
Very
different, yeah. It's mainly the weather here. It's just
It's mainly the weather.
that's the selling point.
The term, it's all about who you know, is that completely true? Yes, it is.
Yep.
Hands down.
It is. That I always say that. It's not about who you are, it's about who you know. Because who
It's
you
not
are.
even about skill set.
It's not even about skill set. It's just about who you know to get you to that place. Like there's been so many places where I'm like, okay, I should be getting to this place, and they just like, no. I'm like, oh, fine, whatever. And then I see somebody that's like, it's all about who you know. That's just how it is in life. It's like who you know to get you to those places.
I know people who haven't even auditioned a day in their life, but they just know the right person who's just put them on consistently. And honestly, I'm not downing it because I'm like, good for them. But for everybody else,
it's
it
like-
sucks. It really
It
does.
does.
But it really is that LA lifestyle of like who you know,
No.
always networking,
Always.
and yeah, just diving into all that.
The dude that I started working with when I first moved out here, he was directing Chris Brown's documentary, and so he brought me in. Through the reason I met him was from my friend dated him, so she introduced me to him. We became friends. Now we're like partners in production like years later. But he brought me in, and I was just like an assistant for him, and then became a co-editor of the film. And it was so random. And then he dated another girl that he's no longer with, and she's the reason why I got connected to Beyonce's camp.
Wow.
So shout out to my boy.
Yeah, it's all about, it's just all about,
Yeah.
yeah, you see it. It's all about,
faulty
you know, that's,
relationships.
that's just pretty much it. I feel like that's it. It applies to everything, what everyone does.
Yeah.
Like if you know the person, you're just gonna get it. Like let's say if you try to get into a club, you know the promoter, you're gonna get in. If you don't, you're not gonna get in.
It's all about the promoters.
It's all
Yeah,
about the promoters. I'm like, hi.
What if you dress really nice and you get in the club?
If you dress really nice, and I mean, obviously if you dress really nice, yeah, but then you dress really nice, or do I know the person? I'm not gonna pick someone who dressed nice. I'm gonna pick the person I know.
Well, backtracking, what made you want to move to LA?
I mean, you can't do what I want to do in Iowa. It's impossible.
Yeah.
I did as much as I possibly could there, and you can only go so far. And I had like one connection out here, which was that dude. But I also had a friend that had a house, and he's like, yo, you can sleep on this part of my floor at my house. So I got an air mattress and posted up camp for like 15 months, came out here and just hustled and tried to network and build. But I just knew that that's where possibility was. And I mean, that's so cliche and everyone knows
Yeah,
it's
for
like
sure.
LA, land of the dreams, but it's like I knew that that's the energy I wanted to be around and that I could compete with and, I don't know, showcase my skills, I guess.
Do you think it's similar to New York in a way?
I would say, yeah. That's
I
how
don't-
it is in New York.
I don't know. I like New York, but like I feel like it's just, I don't know. It's
New York is very hard, okay? You compared to LA, like LA, you could come here today and tomorrow you could be big. New York, you have to actually like
I believe
hustle.
it.
Like you have to. That's why people in New York are just like people say like we're mean or whatever. We're just all about like the grind.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just like we don't do anything but focus on one thing. That's what I feel like LA has too. When it comes to LA, is it LA or New York? Like I'm from New York, so I can't be like, oh, I came from like a small city or whatever. But like coming from the Bronx is totally different. Even though I'm from the Bronx, it's like everyone's trying to get out. Like who's gonna get out first?
Right.
Type thing.
I think that's like a similar mentality with us. It's like in Iowa, it's like that's what I wanted. I only know a few people that dipped and did something, you know what I mean? Like that wanted to be in it. But you get here and everyone in LA is so relaxed and just get so used to being chilling.
Chilling,
and I'm just
partying
like,
and stuff.
but I
yeah.
had like this Iowa work mentality where I'm just like, and all of a sudden I'm cool with 18-hour days and pushing myself to the fullest and like seeing what I can do and delivering above and beyond, you know what I mean? And that's what always got me, I guess, looked at by people or appreciated.
Yeah, for sure, because you don't want to go back. That's just what it is. You want to go back to like where you came from.
Nah.
So you're just gonna keep working.
Right.
I think something that's so different now with like, so I'm from Memphis, so the South, and it was the same thing. Like I had to move to LA to pursue what I wanted to do because there's no opportunity in Memphis. But something that's kind of cool now is that like, well, because of social media, you can literally be in Iowa.
Yeah.
And you can be doing like amazing things just online. That's something that's so different from now. But like, yeah, of course, I wanted to come out here too, just to pursue everything. I like came at 16 because I couldn't wait. I was like, I have to go. And like,
Me at 17.
yeah, all my family, they were there, but they were supportive. So I moved out here on my own, and I moved out here with a friend who moved here from Atlanta too. We had no idea what was going on, but we just kind of went with it. And like literally, I now consider LA my home. I feel like after like 5 years of being here, I can like consider it as like home, I guess. But yeah, I mean, it's just hard not to want to be here.
Yeah.
Just like literally everything. I mean,
Everything
you
is
can,
here.
an hour away from where we are right now is like any like desert, snow,
So-
Everything.
beach.
Yeah, for sure. I
Whatever.
didn't think of it like that. You're so right. When I go to New
So-
York now, I'm like, get me out of here. I only go to New York for I only go to New York for like work. Like my family's like, if y'all want to see me, you guys can come to me.
Yeah.
I just don't like using the subway anymore. I'm so accustomed to me driving
subway.
everywhere. I'm like,
Ugh.
even people jaywalking, I jaywalk too, but if I'm not jaywalking, it's a problem. If I am, it's not because I am.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it's just too much. But like LA, I consider home. I'm like, oh, get me back. Like, take me out of here and bring back to LA.
Everyone here is not from LA.
I know.
We're all
You
here.
never
It's
meet anyone.
crazy.
When I meet someone from LA, I'm like, you live here? Like, you're
Yeah.
still here? Like, what are you doing? Yeah, for sure. Everyone comes from everywhere. Everyone's from Texas. We have people from Tennessee. We have people from everywhere.
But I like that we're all like kind of working for ourselves too.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Which is interesting because a lot of people
But a lot
clock
of
in.
people don't have the luxury of doing that.
Yeah.
It's so much harder, but
it's
it's
so much
such
harder.
a better payout at the end. Like,
Yeah,
you know
for
what I
sure.
mean? It's
Yeah,
that
definitely.
entrepreneurial, like.
Yeah, people think it's so
and-
easy
yeah.
too. Like, you work for yourself. I'm like, sweetie, it's not
No.
as easy as you think it is.
Well, this has been so cool, like getting to know all of you guys
Yes,
and getting to know your
everything.
stories.
Uh-huh.
I want to learn more. You guys are all so different.
We're all so different, and we all brought delicious food.
Yes, we did.
And we did what we had to do. We all moved to LA, and we're thriving. So that's pretty much it. So
Cheers.
cheers.
Cheers our waters.
Yo.
Cheers.